Thank you for coming.
No problem. What's going on?
What's going on? Well, quite a bit, actually, ever since the invader printed that article about me trying to get Heather freed from prison. I have a really hard time believing that you had anything to do with that, but it's your paper.
Well, I'm still editor-in-chief, but the culprit for that particular piece was Adrian DeWitt and his insatiable appetite for clickbait headlines.
Okay, well, it is definitely clickbait, but the information that I had requested Heather's court records, that was leaked.
Seems likely. And while I don't approve of Adrian's tactics at all, I do believe in freedom of the press.
So do I. But the First Amendment does not allow us to scream fire in a crowded theater.
Well, I don't think that's quite what happened.
This headline was intended to get people riled up, and it was successful, by the way. Well, on a related topic, you said you were not able to give me an answer about whether or not there'd be a pathway to reopen Heather's case without reading her court files. So as per your request.
This is interesting.
Do you see grounds to reopen her case?
Oh, Laura, I can't say for sure. I mean, I'd have to spend a lot more time studying this. But I do think potentially there's grounds for appeal.
That's good news. I'm glad to hear it. To be clear, that does not mean that I wish to excuse Heather from all the heinous crimes she committed. I do think that she should be punished, but if she was not in control of her actions at the time.
As I've said before, she pled guilty. The judge sentenced her, but all of that was before she was diagnosed with metallosis.
Yes, exactly. So nobody knew that her crimes were being influenced by, or perhaps even created by, the cobalt poisoning. That was something that was completely out of her control, correct? So why can't you use that to somehow craft an argument?
I'm gonna have to stop you. I can't do anything. I'm not a lawyer anymore. And by the way things went in Albany, I'll probably never be a lawyer again. So you're gonna have to find somebody else.
But do you think it's worth pursuing?
I think a good lawyer would argue that there are legitimate grounds to reopen Heather's case.